Hello everyone, I'm Vinod Salunke working as an assistant professor in Maharishi Parshuram College of Engineering in Electronics and Telecommunication Department. Today we are going to start new subject that is optical communication of the last year engineering, that is 7th semester. I have experience of this subject for 3 years. I will use presentation for this demonstration of today's lecture. As this is the first lecture, I will explain detail about different syllabus topics of optical communication subject. I will discuss different outcomes, what should objectives, outcomes. I will discuss which reference books we have to prefer for the for this subject. So we will start for this syllabus introduction. Next part is you can see that optical communication having course code that is ECC 703, and in that theory they have given that is 4 theory lectures should be there for per week. Credit designed assigned that is 4, total 4 lectures per week. Next part. Okay. Now, optical communication having the same structure as you have for other subjects, like test 1 having 20 marks, test 2 having 20 marks, and average is 20. And end semester marks is exam is 80 marks. Exam duration is 3 hours and total marks is 100 marks, that is 20 plus 80. Next, we have external exam for optical communication lab, that is 25 marks term work and 25 marks for oral and practical. We in that oral and practical we have to perform the experiment and we have to give oral exam for optical communication. So for that purpose 25 marks and when term work is 25 marks, so total 50 marks. Next part is optical communication teaching scheme in hours, 4 week as I said. Same I have discussed for the optical communication. Next is prerequisites. Now what should you understand, what should you know before going to study about this subject. Now, prerequisite first is physics. Yeah, in the first year you have learn about the physics. As so you have learned, you have studied in the 11th and 12th also about the physics. So you should know the ray theory. If you are going for optical communication, you should know the sorry. You should know the ray theory concepts of the physics because these are very important because optical communication is based on the light. So you should know the physics that is ray theory. So if you don't remember that, just go through the books of the physics or go through the YouTube videos of the ray theory. Next is electromagnetic wave propagation. As I taught this subject uh, for your class in the last semester, and also I have taught this antenna and radio propagation some part because of this corona pandemic. So you must have learned many things from the electromagnetic wave propagation. So you it will be helpful for this subject. So this is the prerequisite. Next is electronic devices and circuit. You must have studied electronic devices and circuit in the second year. Next is principle of communication. PCOM subject was introduced in your second year syllabus, so that was also prerequisite. So if you don't remember the things, you just go through your notes or assignments of the second year syllabus. Next is course objectives. So course objective means what you are aiming for, what you want to study from this subject. That is aim. List, write and explain fundamentals and transmission characteristics of the optical fiber communication. So you have to study whole basic about the optical communication. That is uh, what is base, how it is emerge and how it is travel through the optical fiber, that you have to study. Second objective is list, write and explain principle and characteristics of various sources, detectors and the various fiber optic components. Means how the source is manufactured, how the detector is manufactured, and how whole optical fiber transmission line is transferred, that you have to study. Next is a third course objective is calculate parameter for optical link budgeting and analyze the link. Means how much expense should be there for optical fiber setup, that you have to give information in the calculation parameter of optical fiber. Next part, that is course outcome. So what should you should learn from the that this subject, that is after successful completion of this course, student will able to list, write and explain fundamentals and transmission characteristics of the optical fiber communication. So you after completion of this uh, syllabus, you should know the fundamental characteristics of this optical fiber. Next part is second, that is list, write and explain principle and characteristics of various source detectors and various fiber optic components. So again, what you have studied in objectives, course objectives, that you have to study in the course outcome also. We have to find out the various characteristics of the source detector and the various of optical fiber components. And last, that is course outcome, is calculate parameters of optical link budgeting and analyze the link. So again, you should know how to calculate the budget link for the optical fiber. Next is the first chapter, that is optical fiber and their properties. So as it is introduction first, always you know that always first chapter is introductory chapter. So what is optical fiber? What is the block diagram of the optical fiber? How the communication done through the optical fiber, that you should learn from the first chapter. So as you can see in the 1.1, historical development, general system, advantage, disadvantage and applications of optical fiber communication, optical fiber waveguides, Rie theory, cylindrical fiber, node derivation, single mode fiber, cutoff wavelength and mode file diameter, waveguiding principle, theory of optical wave propagation, types and classification of optical fibers, and loss and bandwidth of window. So these are the some that historical, how historical development should be, how the optical fiber is emerged and how the optical fiber speed is greater than the other communication systems. So that is the introduction of the optical fiber in the first chapter. In the first chapter, you all should go through, as I said, in this also you can see that Ray theory, cylindric waveguides, optical fiber waveguides, all these should cover in the first chapter. Next is second chapter, that is transmission characteristics of optical fiber. So what is transmission? In that you have to consider the attenuation. Attenuation means how it is, how what are the problems created when the waves is traveling through the optical fiber and how it is attenuated and how it is stopped. That should be attenuation. Absorption, how it is absorbed. The waves are absorbed into the optical fiber. Next is linear and non-linear scattering losses. How the losses happen in the optical fiber. Bending losses, when you are bend the optical fiber, how what are the losses will occur. Next is modal dispersion, waveguide dispersion. So different dispersion characteristics you have to study. Dispersion shifted and dispersion flattened fibers. General overview of the non-linearities, means if your fabrication is done and there will be a non-linearities in your system, then the system will the optical fiber will have more loss. Next is stimulated Raman scattering, stimulated Brillouin scattering, self phase modulation, cross phase modulation, four wave mixing and its mitigation. So all these are the types of the losses. How the losses we have to prevent that. These are the methods. So uh, optical detector, that is OTDR, that we have to find, or we have to see how the OTDR works. So OTDR is very important part as exam point of view. Every exam there will be a question on the OTDR for the short note. Next part, that is third lecture, third sub topic, that is optical sources. This part is very important because if you don't know how optical source works, then it is very difficult to understand how the waves will travel from source to the receiver. So in the optical source, working principle and characteristics of the sources, that is LED and laser. So you might have know about the LED and laser. So light emitting diode and laser is light amplification stimulated and emission receiver. That laser is we have to use. Tunable lasers, quantum well lasers, charge capture in quantum well lasers, multi-quantum well laser diodes, surface emitting lasers, so vertically cavity surface emitting lasers. So in that laser, and we have to see the working principle of LED and a laser, and which system is better, that we have to see by practically and theoretically also. So theoretically, scientists have done a very good job in this laser and LED for transmission of the waves. So that we have to study in this chapter. So how LEDs differ, and there is different types of the laser also. So for different laser, we have to we have to compare lasers in between them, and how to find and then we have to find out which laser is useful for very good communication.